Another religious school officially suing Oklahoma's charter school board for denying its request to receive your tax dollars.
Last time it was a Catholic school, and the case made it all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Remember, it ended in a tie vote. This time, it's a Jewish school.
News 4's Spencer Humphrey is here with more. Spencer.
Yeah, that Jewish school making a similar argument the Catholic one did, that the state can't deny them funding based solely on their religious affiliation, setting up what could be another major U.S. Supreme Court case with far-reaching impacts.
The fact that you're religious in your activity doesn't allow the government to discriminate against you.
That's the argument attorneys for the proposed Ben Gamla Jewish Charter School lay out in this lawsuit they filed this week, officially challenging the Oklahoma State Charter School Board's denial of their request for Oklahoma taxpayers to fund their religious school.
Think about, for example, the government provides Medicaid funding or Medicare funding to hospitals and medical providers. You can't deny that funding just because the person who needs it goes to Holy Cross Hospital, that's a Catholic hospital. You have to treat all institutions equally, whether they're religious or not.
The state charter school board and its attorney telling us they really only denied Ben Gamla's application for one reason.
The charter school board has been very clear that they would prefer to actually approve the application of Ben Gamla, but for the religious discrimination that the Oklahoma Supreme Court requires to take place.
The state Supreme Court decision he's talking about stems from a Catholic religious school we told you applied to become an Oklahoma public charter school a couple years ago.
In the state constitution, we have a restriction on public funding of religious entities with state funds. The Oklahoma Supreme Court took a look at those, and they determined that the Oklahoma laws were bind the charter school board.
The Catholic school appealed that decision to the U.S. Supreme Court, but due to a conflict of interest with one of the school's attorneys, Justice Amy Coney Barrett recused herself, leaving the Supreme Court with a split 4-4 tie decision. That let the Oklahoma Supreme Court's decision stand as settled law. For now. That's because if a similar case were to come back before the U.S. Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett may not have to recuse and could break that tie vote, potentially allowing religious public schools to be a thing all over the country. People like former Assistant Oklahoma Attorney General Tim Gilpin argue that's all this Ben Gamla situation was ever really about.
The one and only goal is to get to the United States Supreme Court and take another shot or a second bite at this apple. Hoping that Justice Amy Coney Barrett will not recuse herself this time. This is a concerted effort, a concerted political effort to overturn the separation of church and state.
Ben Gamla's attorneys say they are open to letting their case play that role.
We're happy to take it to the 10th Circuit and, if necessary, even to the Supreme Court. But it's clear they're doing this just because of religion, which violates clear Supreme Court precedent.
In denying Ben Gamla's application, the State Charter School Board listed Ben Gamla's status as a religious school as their only reason. But Attorney General Gentner Drummond said there were other legal issues beyond its religious status the State Charter School Board could and should have listed. Gilpin argues they specifically left those reasons out to make it easier for the Supreme Court to just say yes.
It sets up a clean argument about church versus state and religion and public money in it, as opposed to also arguing they didn't meet the other technical requirements. Were being used, unfortunately, as sort of a test tube, a place to give this its best shot. That's likely because the virtual school board, for whatever reason, is very sympathetic.
So we asked the charter school board's attorney, is this all because they actually agree with the school that's suing them and also want to see the Supreme Court let religious schools start getting public funds all over the country?
I don't think that there's any truth to that. The reality is that the U.S. Supreme Court has spoken a number of times on religious liberty, and I think that it's clear on those specific issues regarding religious liberty that any neutrally provided program by a state entity are required to be available to everybody, regardless of religion or any sort of discrimination. The question that still remains is whether the Oklahoma Supreme Court is correct in its analysis of state law in relation to federal law. At this juncture, that's for people in black robes to answer, and we look forward to that decision.
Now, unlike in the previous case of that Catholic school, Ben Gamla filed their lawsuit in federal, not state court. Their attorneys say they did that because on a state level, the Oklahoma Supreme Court has already made its stance clear, but federal courts have not.